Prayer to Saint Joseph. To pray together every day, subscribe to the channel, thank you. Prayer for Saturday, August 30th, 2025, dedicated to Saint Joseph, invoking divine guidance, enduring comfort, and steadfast protection on our life's journey amid trials and hope. Our hearts gather in reverence on this blessed Saturday morning. We open our souls to the grace of the Almighty and to the gentle protection of Saint Joseph. We stand at a sacred threshold where hope meets humble perseverance. We welcome the spirit of inquiry and the warmth of divine affection. In our moments of quiet solitude, we reflect on the many blessings that have been our guiding light. This day calls us to seek solace in our faith and to understand that our hearts are open to learning from the life of a saint whose legacy endures through centuries. The spirit of Saint Joseph inspires us to trust in the divine plan, knowing that every challenge is met with compassion and every trial with care. Our prayer today rises as a gentle song that is both tender and strong. We recall the whispers of a quiet promise that nurtured the Holy Family and bestowed upon us a model of love and humility. Each breath we take today is a reminder of the eternal presence of divine support. We embrace his loving example during times of uncertainty, as Saint Joseph stood by Mary as a pillar of strength. Our hearts, heavy with the burdens of this time, understand that we are never alone. We hear the call of the divine in every silent corner of our lives. This time of prayer unites us in a spirit of community, mapped by shared hope and common struggles. We open our minds and our hearts to the subtle guidance that flows from a place of deep understanding. The gentle reminders of hope and promise resonate within us and uplift our spirits. We invite introspection as we walk along a path lit by faith and resilience. Every whispered hope and heartfelt prayer unites us in our quest for divine mercy. Our souls are stirred by memories of quiet acts of kindness and miracles that have touched our lives. Today, beneath the quiet watch of the heavens, we ready our hearts to be transformed by humble surrender and grateful wonder. In our search for hope and comfort, we call upon Saint Joseph as a steadfast beacon in our moments of despair. His life offers consolation amid our struggles and guidance when sorrow darkens our days. We ask him to envelop us in his enduring embrace when we feel isolated in our pain. His very presence provides a reassurance that we are held in the loving hands of God. In times of uncertainty, when the path appears obscured by shadow, Saint Joseph's example acts as a lantern guiding us towards light. He stood by the Holy Family during troubled moments and bore silent witness to the power of faith amidst storms. We remember his gentle strength that allowed him to overcome adversity with grace. His legacy of perseverance amid hardship teaches us to find solace in the divine plan. Each tear that falls is met with the promise of comfort, and each anguished cry is answered by the soft murmur of divine consolation. When our hearts are heavy and the burden of worldliness weighs upon our souls, we entrust our worries to him. His tender spirit reminds us that even the deepest wounds of life can heal in the arms of divine love. We open our hearts wide to receive that soothing gift of comfort. His intercession brings a warmth that dissipates the chill of despair. We find momentary peace in his protective watch and gather the strength to forge ahead. In every whispered prayer and each silent moment of need, we ask Him to help us rediscover hope. He is our guide who does not abandon us in our darkness. His calming influence transforms our doubts into a quiet, resolute faith. With every step we take, we feel His reassuring presence steering us away from loneliness and despair. Even in our moments of profound pain, His Spirit rises with us, kindling hope and lighting distant corridors with divine radiance. We stand together in a collective prayer, confident that His comforting love will reign over every trial. Our hearts are mended by the tender assurance that His compassion is endless. He is the guardian of fragile souls, offering solace where the world often seems unkind. Every heartbeat resonates with the legacy of His blessed virtues, and in each moment of sorrow we see His guiding smile. We implore Him to fill every space of uncertainty with His radiant hope. Let His nurturing Spirit inspire us to see beyond our present trials and to perceive the promise of a brighter future. His life, marked by quiet heroism, becomes the testament of divine mercy and the source of our healing. May His strong arms hold us through the storms of life, and may His serene heart be the beacon that reaffirms our faith. His example encourages us not to yield to despair but to rise in hope, strengthened by His intercession. We stand in gratitude for His unwavering support, trusting that His comforting presence will transform our pain into an opportunity for newfound hope and inner peace. As we contemplate deep faith and total trust, we reflect upon the profound example that Saint Joseph has set for us all. His life was steeped in humble obedience to God's will, and through his actions, he demonstrated the power of faith even in unforeseen adversity. We recall the moment when he accepted the divine mission with a heart full of trust, saying without hesitation, "Behold, I am the servant of the Lord," a phrase that resonated through the ages and reminds us that true faith requires absolute surrender to God's plan. His unwavering commitment to the guidance of the Holy Spirit offers us a model to emulate. In our daily lives, we often face trials that shake our confidence and challenge our resolve. At these times, we look to Saint Joseph to remind us that faith is not merely a word but an act of love and obedience. His experience during the journey to Bethlehem taught him that the future is woven by the threads of trust and humility. We honor his silent sacrifice that speaks louder than proclamations. His humble nature encouraged him to make decisions grounded in divine wisdom even when the path was uncertain or dangerous. His journey was filled with moments when faith was put on trial, yet he embraced every test with a dignified trust in God. We are invited to mirror this example in our own lives, placing complete trust in the unseen plan of the Almighty. When faced with uncertainty or hardship, we ask for His intercession to bolster our faith. We recognize that surrendering our own understanding in favor of trust requires immense courage and steadfast love. Saint Joseph's life is a testament to the promise that those who trust will see faith rewarded. He endured the hardships of life with a spirit that was calm, confident, and resilient. His story is etched in the chronicles of divine love and humility, reminding us to always place our confidence in God's perfect wisdom. Each trial we encounter is an opportunity to build a deeper relationship with our Creator, knowing that our journey is not burdensome when shared with divine love. We echo the biblical call from Hebrews 11:1, which teaches us, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." His life embodies this truth as he moved forward with determination even when the road was uncertain. With every decision he made, Saint Joseph demonstrated that trusting in God's providence brings eternal blessings. His silent obedience in the face of life's unpredictable nature teaches us to rest in the knowledge that every trial is used by God to build our character and draw us nearer to Him. His legacy is one of relentless trust, a beacon during times of despair. As we continue our journey, we commit ourselves to follow his example wholeheartedly, embracing the difficult yet transformative path of complete surrender to divine will. We celebrate the strength of faith that has been passed down through his actions, a strength that illuminates our darkest hours. May we too find courage in humility, trusting that God's plan for our lives is ever unfolding before our eyes. His life, grounded in obedience and reverence, is a constant reminder that faith, when nurtured, blossoms into miracles. We now, with hearts uplifted, surrender our doubts and welcome serene trust into our souls, following the footsteps of this noble servant of God. We turn our hearts to honor the sacred role of family protection and fatherly wisdom embodied by Saint Joseph. He stands as the patron of families, a vigilant guardian blessed with paternal love that bridges gaps and heals hurts. His protective nature sanctifies our homes, transforming them into havens of warmth and spiritual strength. In every household, he reigns as the counselor whose quiet wisdom comforts both parent and child. We come before him acknowledging that families are the sacred cradle where faith and love are nurtured with care. His loving care and thoughtful guidance encourage us to treasure every moment spent in the company of those we hold dear. His life teaches us that responsibility towards one's family is a divine calling. When uncertainty creeps into our domestic lives, we ask him to cast his protective mantle over our loved ones. His fatherly love is like a sturdy bridge that spans troubled waters, offering shelter and security. We beseech him to grant us the insight and determination to preserve the unity and sanctity of our families. His example of selfless devotion helps us cherish the importance of family bonds that are built on trust, respect, and spiritual sincerity. In every challenge that threatens to fracture our home, we find solace knowing that Saint Joseph stands ready to intercede. His presence inspires parents to lead with wisdom and children to grow in an environment of nurturing love and care. In moments of internal conflict, when voices rise in dissonance and hope seems to wane, his spirit urges us to embrace silence, fostering understanding and peace. We remember the gentle ways he mitigated discord and restored balance during times of strife. His steadfast loyalty and unwavering support reveal that families are sanctuaries where divine love is ever present. We ask him to enlighten our minds so that every decision we make within our household reflects the nurturing affection that defines his legacy. His guidance is the beacon that dispels shadows, ensuring that every member of the family feels valued and heard. In our pursuit of spiritual stability, we humbly request his assistance to guide our choices, fortify our bonds, and create a foundation of love that no storm can erode. His legacy shines as an epitome of fatherly wisdom, strengthening our resolve to raise future generations in a spirit of grace. With his gentle assurance, we trust that every family challenge will find resolution in understanding, and every family joy will be magnified by shared faith and love. His tender example teaches us that by placing God at the center of our home, the bond of family grows immeasurably strong and resilient. May his intercession bring continual blessing to our households, inspiring a harmonious balance that nurtures both the heart and soul. We close our prayer with deep gratitude and a renewed commitment of trust. Our souls are filled with reverence for the life and legacy of Saint Joseph. We acknowledge the tender guidance, hope, and familial care he bestows upon us each day. His powerful intercession transforms our trials into stepping stones towards divine grace and endless love. Our hearts rejoice in the assurance that his protective love is a constant light in our lives. We offer our thanks for every moment of comfort, every lesson of faith, and every instance of loving support. With unwavering sincerity, we commit ourselves to follow his exemplary path. We embrace his lessons with deep humility and joyful trust. Our spirits are enriched by the memories of his humble courage and protective care. Each prayer uttered in his name is a hymn of thanks, a pledge to nurture hope and filial love. We will carry forward his blessed example with steadfast resolve and loving devotion as we face life's uncertainties. In the quiet of this sacred moment, our hearts become filled with hope anew. We stand united in the spirit of faith, comforted by the promise that no trial is ever faced alone. Our trust in his divine protection is absolute and our gratitude boundless. With every word spoken, we reaffirm that Saint Joseph is our guide, our comforter, and our guardian. Our prayer ascends with a powerful and unwavering trust that his sacred influence will forever safeguard our journey through life. Amen.